walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Movies That Matter with the Viking. And today, let's talk about why HBO Max should release Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, we know that HBO Max is launching on the May 27th, and today they did a big launch of all their shows, all their original shows, all their old movies, things that's coming, Looney Tunes, South Park, Friends, showing all movies like Wonder Woman, things like that. Okay, that's good. And they want to get as big as Netflix, as Hulu, as Amazon. They want to get as big as Disney Plus. But at the minute, they don't have the star power name that Disney Plus has. Everyone knows who Disney is, and they're doing brilliant at the minute with their subscriptions, and that's shown to be a success. Of course, Netflix costing more now at the minute than Disney themselves. Big streaming services that are doing well, and HBO Max, Warner Media want to get in on that money, and that's fair enough. And I've nothing against all these platforms, all these streaming services, things like that's the way the world's gone. DVDs has become a thing that has died down. Blu-rays will become a thing that's died down. There'll be a niche for it, of course, and people will still buy them when they can. I still buy them. I enjoy having a hard copy, but I also enjoy having a digital as well, watching it on digital anywhere I go. So it's all win-win for us as movie fans, in my opinion. But I don't personally think that Warner Brothers are going to release the Snyder Cut through cinemas again. I don't think so. I think they're too afraid of making another loss in terms of putting too much money into it and not getting enough back through cinemas, which could happen if you release it in theaters, because average moviegoers aren't going to be really able to tell the difference. If you just call it Justice League, they'll think back at the one that they seen in 2017, the disaster that came out. But then if you market it as Zack Snyder's Justice League and you put it back in cinemas, and the trailers are kind of similar, you have to be very, very clear that it's a completely different film for average moviegoers to come back and see it. But then again, it has Batman, it has Superman, it has Wonder Woman, high-profile, world-famous stars and characters. So maybe I'm wrong on that as well. But I think the best way to go is HBO Max. And why do I think HBO Max? The streaming service has become today's age of watching films and shows. It absolutely has. We've got big shows and movies that are going on to these platforms more and more every year. It's more of original shows at the minute, but I think movies are going to go that way. We just seen it with The Irishman, of course. And Zack Snyder has Army of the Dead coming, and he's a high-profile director. He's one of the best known in the business, one of the best, and he's doing a Netflix film. So those tides are definitely changing. The qualities of shows on Amazon and Hulu and Netflix has improved a good lot. The movies are a little bit behind, but that's coming. I don't think HBO Max realize what they're sitting on. They are sitting on a goldmine of money. Absolutely. Now, if HBO Max want to get up there with Netflix and Disney Plus, then they're going to have to do something and offer something completely different. Disney Plus, you've got all the Star Wars films, all the Marvel films. You've got the Mandalorian. You've got new shows that are coming, the Loki show and Bucky and things like that. They're high-profile characters, but the MCU has built them up, and fans know exactly who they are. So they're excited and they want to watch these characters. Netflix, The Witcher is big. You got Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead coming. You got other things like that. Shows like You and Riverdale, things like that are on those platforms, and they're big in Europe and big around the world, and that's why people tune in and have those platforms. HBO Max at the minute, there's nothing really there at the minute that catches my eye. Down the line, yes, we got Justice League Dark coming and the Shining spin-off shows. Absolutely excited for them, and they'd make me buy the platform. But I don't know what HBO Max are going to do in terms of spreading out their shows in Europe territories. At the minute, they don't have a worldwide platform that you can use, so they might make deals with Netflix, who they already have deals with, and Amazon around the world. I know here that they have HBO has a deal with the TV stations here in terms of Sky, and the stations here aren't even called HBO, they're called Sky Atlantic, and all the HBO shows go on it, plus original shows made by Sky. But that's different. So I don't know what way they're going to do it, but to be different, to stand out, HBO Max, a completely different division from Warner Brothers Pictures, different executives, all that. They're sitting on a finished film. Of course, Zack wants to go back and do additional scenes, of course, and I hope he gets to get that opportunity. But they're sitting on 2, maybe 3 of the biggest characters in the world. Superman, Batman, everybody knows who they are. Superman is America's most beloved character at the minute, beating Spider-Man. Spider-Man. You've got Batman, you've got Superman. You got Ben Affleck, a worldwide known star. Henry Cavill, of course, getting more exposure through the Mission Impossible films and through The Witcher, through Netflix, so he's a big movie star too. It's not like Man of Steel failed. It made its money back. It made profit. It's a very, very good film. Batman vs Superman didn't fail. It made over 800 million and would have made more without all the negative criticism that it got in terms of people wanting to hate, not just to hate on it, to be part of the gang. Wonder Woman didn't fail. Suicide Squad didn't fail. Just because they were received differently from a reception from critics. Those films didn't fail. The hardcore fan base, average audiences were going to see those films. It only failed when Justice League came out, when you changed absolutely everything, Warner Brothers, and lied, false marketed to your core fan base. You pissed off a lot of people. Birds of Prey, Shazam, good films, but they weren't huge successes. But you're sitting on Ben Affleck, Batman, you're sitting on Henry Cavill's Superman. You've also got Wonder Woman, which is a big success in 2017, and everyone's excited for Wonder Woman 84 next year. You got Jason Momoa in Zack Snyder's Justice League as well, and his film made $1 billion. People love Jason Momoa, especially women, and I'm not saying that bad, he's a good looking guy. But that's the reason that Aquaman did so well. That was $1 billion film. You're sitting on Flash. People love the Flash TV show. It's got a good fan base there as well, but everyone knows what Flash is. You got Ray Fisher's Cyborg. You got a black superhero character who I really want to see a film of. You're sitting on an absolute goldmine, HBO Max. And this is the perfect thing to launch your platform above everyone else. Disney Plus have the Avengers films, but they don't have a brand new Avengers film to release right now. And they're not going to do that either. Netflix don't have anything like that. They don't have a big profile genre that they can bring out this assemble of cast and make an absolute big film with. The closest Amazon has is The Boys TV show. So, for me, the right place is HBO Max, and they should release it on HBO Max. The money that could be made from Zack Snyder's Justice League. If it went on Netflix today, everyone will watch it. They come up on the screen, Zack Snyder's Justice League, oh, see the director's cut, never before seen scenes. Project Ben Affleck's Batman. People will watch it in a heartbeat. Especially now, but I know Zack wants to go back and do additional scenes, which is okay. But they're sitting on a goldmine of characters. And if that does well, which I think it will do, and it will break the film world, fans, even average audiences will want to see more of these characters, see more of these actors in the roles. I think it's a way for HBO Max to have maybe be the first to have a universe on a streaming platform. Imagine that. You can have your movies that come out in the cinema, of course, the Batman is coming and the Joker film, and you can still have your Wonder Woman 84, you can have those solo films come out in theaters. But if Warner Brothers Pictures don't want to put enough money into Zack Snyder's vision of Justice League, which I don't know why, his vision of the DCU, then HBO Max could have him make films. No problem. For me, I think it's a perfect way to do things. 100%. it makes sense for me. Does it make sense for you? Imagine a DCU platform, a universe that's on a platform where you could sit down and binge watch loads of shows and binge watch Zack Snyder's Justice League whenever you wanted. That would be pretty cool. It would offer so much to DC fans, and it would set them apart from the MCU in a way. There's a lot of pressure, of course, when a DC film comes out, but it's always being compared to MCU films in terms of box office, in terms of reception and all that. If you start putting those films, the Zack Snyder films, a Cyborg film, onto a HBO platform, you're going to get more and more subscriptions. You're going to get people signing up because what you're offering is high quality content that you'd find in a movie theatre on a platform where I can sit at home and watch. There is a fan base there for Zack Snyder's films. The man, look what he did with 300 on a budget of what, 60 million. The man makes interesting, unique films, and he can work within a budget. Batman vs Superman made a serious amount of money. It made 100 million in Blu-ray sales as well. Man of Steel, absolutely brilliant, made money. These films, the vision that he had laid out, along with David Ayer and with Patty Jenkins, were making money, and there was a fan base there to be had. And now you look, the fan base is still there. It might even have got a little bit bigger, trending worldwide with hashtags above platforms, above $1 million companies. For me, HBO Max is the way to go. I don't know, it gets different then when it goes in terms of Europe and worldwide, because Disney Plus launched a few months after. Disney Plus worldwide, Netflix is everywhere, Amazon's everywhere. So it's interesting to see what they'll do, if they'll have an app, have a device where you can watch HBO Max worldwide. It will be interesting. At the minute they don't. It's going to take a few more months after they launch it in May, just domestically, but it's interesting. But I don't think Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to come this year, but I do think an announcement will be made this year. Of course, now with the coronavirus has put everything back. We've seen films like Venom has moved back right now. We see Batman has moved back. Shazam, different things like that. Wonder Woman's going to be moved again, I think. But at the minute, I don't see Zack going back to get to shoot his scenes, of course, whatever's going on. But I think an announcement for the 3rd year anniversary on November 17, 2020, 3-year anniversary of Justice League, I think it will be announced around that time. And then in 2021, Zack can go back and shoot his additional scenes. And then maybe at the back end of 2021, HBO Max can launch it as Zack Snyder's Justice League and promote it like crazy. You don't even have to promote it like crazy. You don't. Because the fan base will already do it for you. The fan base is doing it right now. Doing it the last 3 years. It's ridiculous. We should all get paid for this. But we're doing it because we love the characters. We love the movies. We love Zack Snyder's films. And we want to see more of it. So just announce it and we'll do the marketing. Do it for free. We've been doing it the last 3 years. I don't mind. That's my thoughts. What do you think? Do you think HBO Max is the proper and the right way to launch Zack Snyder's Justice League? Or do you think Warner Brothers should put their money where their mouth is and put it in cinemas again and relaunch Zack Snyder's universe in theaters? It's all interesting stuff. It's interesting. I think there's a lot of money to be made. Big time. But anyway, that's my thoughts. See you next time, guys. Stay positive. Keep tweeting. Have fun.